All right, welcome to The Explainer. You know, it feels like every headline these days is all doom and gloom. It can be a lot. So, we're going to ask a really simple question today. Is there still room for optimism out there? And we're going to be diving into a piece by the writer Clemens, who kicks things off with this. This is just a fantastic quote. It really sets the tone, right? It's witty, it's joyful, and it kind of perfectly frames the whole argument for finding hope that he makes in his article.
So, the whole idea behind the piece is that maybe, just maybe, we need to hit pause on the negativity and actually look at the good stuff happening all around us. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to explore some real, tangible reasons for optimism, all pulled from the author's original list. So, we've broken it down into 4 main areas. We'll kick things off with some amazing tech and science leaps, then we'll look at the planet, our global community, and we'll wrap up by talking about the unstoppable human spirit.
All right. Section 1, Technological and Scientific Leaps. Let's get right into it, starting with the breakthroughs that are literally changing our world faster than we can keep up.
Okay, what's so wild here is just the speed of it all. Think about it. The author points to things like AI tools that are unlocking creativity in new ways. We've got the James Webb Telescope sending back these jaw-dropping images from the deepest corners of the universe. And of course, the insane speed at which technologies like mRNA vaccines were developed. That's a total game changer for medicine.
And then there are these huge game changers, like CRISPR. Now, this isn't just some small step forward. What this means for you, for me, for all of us, is that we are getting seriously close to curing genetic diseases that people used to think were a life sentence. That's not an improvement. That is a fundamental revolution in how we think about healthcare. And this stuff isn't just stuck in a lab somewhere. It's actually making its way into our day-to-day lives. Think about how easy it is now to see a doctor through telemedicine. And maybe even more important, think about how much more open we're all becoming about mental health. We're finally starting to talk about it, and that's huge.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. We're going to see how that same kind of innovative spirit is being pointed at one of the biggest challenges we all face, creating a more sustainable planet.
I really love this point because it shows the author isn't just being a blind optimist. He's a realist. He's like, look, it's amazing that EV adoption is finally taking off. That took, 20 years to really get going. But at the same time, he's saying, hey, let's not forget to ask the tough questions, like, where's the electricity for these cars coming from? It's a great example of being hopeful, but also keeping your feet on the ground. And the key thing to realize here is that this isn't just happening in one little corner. It's everywhere. The author points out that renewable energy like solar and wind is getting cheaper and cheaper. We've got these huge efforts to clean up our oceans, like tackling the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And we're even rethinking the basics, from plant-based foods to sustainable fashion. It's a full-court press.
And what's powering all this? Collaboration. This stuff doesn't happen by itself. It's governments, nonprofits, and, really importantly, local communities all teaming up to protect endangered animals and the places they live. It's people working together.
All right, next up, connecting a global community. So beyond just the planet, technology is totally changing how we interact with each other, how we learn, and how we share ideas across the entire world. This is a big one. One of the most powerful reasons for optimism, the author talks about, is the absolutely massive drop in extreme poverty over the last few decades. Just look at that trend. It's undeniable. That's a world-changing achievement right there, and we don't talk about it nearly enough. But again, here's that realistic optimism we talked about. The author celebrates this incredible win, lifting millions out of extreme poverty. But he also keeps it real, reminding us that, hey, the job's not finished. There's still a massive wealth gap that we have to deal with. It's progress, not perfection.
So what's driving a lot of this positive change? It's access. The author makes some amazing points here. First, almost all modern technology, we're talking over 95%, is built on open-source code that's free for anyone to use and build on. Then you've got the fact that you can basically get a world-class education online for free from top universities. And now, we're seeing AI assistants that can personalize learning for every single student. It's a total revolution in who gets to learn and create.
And what does all that access lead to? Well, it's fueling this amazing creator economy. Think about it. Some of the best, most valuable content out there, tutorials, deep dives, educational stuff, it's not coming from big corporations anymore. It's coming from individuals, passionate people sharing their knowledge, and they're often supported directly by the people who love their work.
Okay, for our last section, we're going to zoom all the way in. We've talked about global systems and big tech. Now let's talk about what might be the most powerful force of all. Just us, the human spirit.
So where does the author see this hope? Well, he points out the society, slowly but surely, is becoming more inclusive, more aware. He sees so much hope in young activists who are, in his words, actively participating in making the world a better place. It's about people coming together for causes they believe in, whether it's LGBTQ+ rights or fighting for the environment.
But you know, after talking about all these huge, sweeping movements, the author boils it all down to this, just one. He calls it the kindness of one. The idea that one single person, one single act, can start a powerful ripple effect.
This is really the heart of it all. The author basically says, look, even when society as a whole feels kind of crappy, you can always find hope. And where do you find it? In the simple, helpful things people do for each other. A moment of mentorship, a random act of kindness. That's where the real magic happens. That's the stuff that can change everything.
So, in the end, that's the final takeaway. Despite all the headlines, all the challenges we know are real, climate change, political divides, you name it. The deepest reason for optimism is simply us, our incredible resilience, our ability to adapt. That's a powerful thing.
And that's really the question to leave you with, isn't it? After hearing all of this, the big stuff and the small stuff, what gives you that dose of optimism? What's the thing in your world? A new piece of tech, a movement you believe in, or maybe just a simple act of kindness you saw? What gives you hope for the future?